Hey. Hello. So, My Story Animated. My Story Animated, if you don't know, well, first of all, welcome to the internet, but My Story Animated is a channel that animates stories. All of them are fake, except this one I just found on Sailor's Battle. I think it still might be fake. I don't know anything about Sailor's Battle, except I hate that YouTube channel, so I know fake or not, but yeah. That's the gist of it. My last video actually did really well, and it's still doing well. It's like blowing up, and it blew up. It's my most viewed video. I'm kind of happy because I really did like editing and making that video. Even though I have to listen to my voice, I do like editing the videos. It's fun. So, let's continue.
Hi, I'm Abina, and I live in an orphanage in Ghana.
Oh, by the way, this is I moved to the USA. What a disappointment. The reason I chose this is because I live in the USA. Okay.
And before you start feeling sorry for me and blah...
Wait, no, I'm not gonna feel sorry for you. You moved to the... I don't feel sorry to you. The U.S. is not a bad place.
Blah, blah, blah. Relax, man. Everyone is super chill here.
Did you just say bad?
The coffee is bomb.
Bomb? Okay, yeah, I had this issue in my last video, too. I'm a teenager, but yet I don't understand slang, I should say. Slang is dumb, okay? That's all I'm
And
saying.
I have a little brother who worships me, so I guess that's why
My siblings don't worship me.
I've never wanted to get adopted.
Why would you never want to get adopted? Are you an orphan? Or do you have a family? You know what? We should really give the backstory. Sometimes I make fun of the anime. I usually think that getting the life backstory is stupid, but in this case, I think it would make everything
Before
better.
I continue, please like and subscribe. Ever since I could remember,
Oh, we didn't even take a breath there.
rich, stupid foreigners would come every month to take one of us home with them. But I knew they were just using us to brag about how they'd done such a noble deed.
What? No. No. I'm so confused when you say that. No. No post. I would hope not. So many people that once a week would post on Instagram about them adopting a child because they want a good perception.
By adopting a poor orphan.
Kids smell like lavender.
Ah! Is that pee? Silly me. I forgot.
Wait, you can. I know, but you can't see pee on a blanket.
God, we have a bedwetting problem. A bed.
Wait. That's his bed. Do you guys sleep in the same bed?
Wedding problem.
The woman decided to take us home. I immediately disliked them. Apparently, they were both philanthropists who loved doing charity work. They were just too sweet, and I had a bad feeling about these people, just like...
Lady, you have a bad feeling about everyone. You think people would go to an orphanage to adopt an orphan just so they could post on social media about how they're doing such a good deed by adopting an orphan? I wouldn't trust your gut.
That be a cliff I can jump off of. At least I had a giant bed with a mattress from heaven. But the
Holy, that's a giant bed. You weren't kidding.
next day, things took an awful turn. I discovered that
They played a My Story animated video on the TV.
heaven, but the next
you guys
day,
see
things
that?
took an awful turn.
See, that's another My Story animated video. I had to find Dad and move out of this miserable house.
I discovered that Kofi and I were all over the news, and
Wait, why?
the paparazzi were right outside our window. Were my new parents famous? How come you didn't tell us you guys were celebrity
Wait, how would you guess? You would have to be lacking so much common sense. I don't really know much about philanthropists. I don't even know what that is, but look at that house.
philanthropists? I don't want to live in the public eye, and I've got an 8
I do.
year-old brother. I don't want his picture everywhere online.
I wouldn't mind.
Oh, come on.
My picture's online. My identity is out. People just don't know my name or my age. But I'm not afraid to reveal it. I just won't.
Being a celebrity is fun.
You never have to wait in line. You get free stuff. Give it a chance, a babe.
Actually, she's not wrong. the more famous you are, the more free stuff you get, which is weird. Because the more broke you are, the more free stuff you should get. Society's weird. But yeah, I mean, I would like to live in the public eye, but obviously that's a little too much. But clearly they've been at this for a long time, so do you.
Nina
More.
bought me. Or the fact that she kept feeding Kofi fancy food that he wasn't used to, even though I told her to just give us something more simple.
Actually, I'm gonna agree on that, but I would try it.
By the time school started, then suddenly I heard a voice near me.
Hey, are you okay?
I looked over to see a boy my age with neon hair.
I would hope it was a boy your age. You're in high school. If he's not around your age, that would be pretty worrying. And obviously, a teacher wouldn't say, hey, are you okay?
Dressed
Well,
in
maybe they would,
rags.
but-
Even the clothes I wore at the orphanage were nicer than his. No? I don't know. My parents are annoying. Your biceps are gorgeous. Never mind. The guy just laughed, and suddenly I found myself pouring my heart to a total stranger about everything that
Yeah, that's a little weird.
had happened. I found out his name was Carter, and we went to
Lame. Imagine having Calder as a name. I'd have to change
the
it.
same school. He apparently skipped classes regularly,
Same.
so he'd have enough energy to work nighttime shifts. And it was all because his parents barely had enough money to buy food. I felt bad for Carter, but I was kind of relieved to finally meet someone here who wasn't rich. He ended up walking me home, but when we arrived,
what?
Mom
What do you mean? Who wasn't rich? I still feel bad for the mother here because obviously she's trying her best. And I think we're supposed to not be siding with the mother. I don't know why. Also, this is titled I Moved to the USA. What a disappointment. What do you mean? You just hate your parents.
greeted us at the
You don't know what people like that, like Carter, would give for internet attention.
door, and she immediately asked Carter to leave. Abby,
Why does everybody use a water gun to...
I know that boy. He lives in a trailer outside our neighborhood. I want you to stay away
Okay, never mind. I'm gonna disagree with the mother here now.
from him. He's a criminal.
Never mind. I'm gonna agree with the mother
He'll
again.
be in danger, and people will think my daughter's mixed up with a crook because
Okay, how is he a criminal?
your publicity image is all you care about, right? You don't actually care about my safety. Sometimes he'd sneak in through my window so we could watch MSA videos.
What? Oh my god. Only we just put it together, but now we're just gonna be like, oh, by the way, have you checked out other videos?
Together on my TV.
I'm so glad you watched these on YouTube instead of TikTok. Promise me you'll never watch MSA on TikTok and fry your brain.
Oh my god, here. Oh my god, I must give a round of applause here. My Story Animated just roasted TikTok. And I'm gonna have to completely agree. Don't use TikTok, guys. Don't fry your brain.
Please?
I didn't believe Mom about the criminal nonsense until one day I noticed Carter take off his baseball cap to reveal a clump of shiny jewelry. Please tell me he didn't steal all that.
Abby, you know I have a family to support. Yeah, I feel bad for stealing, but a job washing dishes can only pay so much.
Look,
Wait. Just... Okay.
I get it, but you don't have to become a thief. No wonder Mom thinks you're a delinquent.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was thinking, but you never offered that. You knew he was super broke, but you never offered that. And how is his family so broke that they have to do that? Well, I'm not gonna question, but that's kind of insane. So if they're so broke that they have to steal so much jewelry, I might not blame them as much.
Maybe I'll ask her to give you some money. She and my dad love bragging about how they give to charity. Then suddenly, Carter got this really serious look on his face, and then he told me something disturbing. My parents were known for being frauds. Kofi and I hadn't been the first kids they'd taken home. Apparently, they'd foster them for a year or two, use them to get publicity, and then they'd send them somewhere else. That makes no sense. They took me home and signed the papers.
Are you sure? Because they've never adopted an actual kid before.
Why don't you tell this to the police? You're an idiot, Carter. I know you're broke. Not blaming you for that. You go to school. So why don't you have something called common sense? Why didn't you tell the police this if you know?
Look,
The police are not gonna just shove you off. They're at least gonna take a look. And once they start finding connections, they're gonna do a deep dive. Okay?
I don't know the logistics. I just don't want you getting hurt. I know it's only been a short time, but I've grown to care about you, Abby.
I was about to confront Mom and Dad when I got home, but when I arrived, I was hit with awful news. Kofi was in the hospital due to food poisoning, and he was
Okay, that is the 8-year-old brother. I forgot about him.
really sick. This is all your fault. I told you a million times not to feed my brother fancy food like caviar.
Wait, what? How's not gonna... Wait, how is... That won't make you sick if you're not used to it. Wait, am I wrong? Caviar has to be... If you can buy caviar is pretty expensive, and caviar usually is pretty well taken care of, and these guys are rich. So obviously, they're gonna buy the more well taken care of stuff. Right?
Because he's not used to it. Now he's sick, and it's all because you two were too stuck up to give him something like rice and beans.
Abby, it's not fair to blame us for something like this. The food poisoning could have been from anything.
Plus, he'll be fine. Why are you making such a big
Okay, I agree with the father here. Yes, it could have been from anything, but I disagree with the mother here. Food poisoning is a pretty big deal. Obviously, it's not like life-threatening, but it's still a decently big deal.
deal about food poisoning? It's not about the freaking food poisoning. It's about you two being selfish,
Jeez.
irresponsible.
Why is there a cameraman in the hospital? Why can't a My Story Animated video make sense?
Jerks that don't care about us. Mom and Dad apologized and reassured me, but I didn't listen. I knew now that Carter was right. My brother and I weren't safe with these people, so as soon
Okay. I'm from the US, specifically the USA. So I have a question. You know the police exist in the USA. They don't. Sometimes they just don't believe people, but you know if there's like 3 people saying the exact same thing, eventually, once the news spread, and at least if you get online, people can't. I should suggest if they don't listen to you, put it online. And then people would start looking at the dots, and the police will actually start investigating it, and then they would be exposed. I don't understand why you wouldn't do that.
while he would help find new parents who weren't horribly.
Wait,
I felt bad, but I was doing the right thing by protecting us, right? Besides,
okay, I know it's been happening, but why are there so many audio issues? The AI they're using is just messing up.
Carter's parents were happy to let us stay with them for the time being. Yeah, they lived in a one-bedroom trailer, and Kofi and I had to sleep on a floor mattress, but it was still so much better than staying with parents who didn't care about us.
Okay, to be honest, oh my god. Oh. They went back to it, didn't they?
The next morning, Carter told me that he had disguises in case the cops came looking for us. No!
Okay, so what you're doing is not illegal. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Why wouldn't you just want to stay home? You're not gonna care about them. So why don't you just take advantage of their money? They're rich. So take advantage of their money. And he said they're fraud, so why wouldn't the police go look for them?
I want to go back home. You can't do this to us. You can't take us away from Mom and Dad.
Oh, of course, now we're like, about that.
Just because you heard some rumor to live in a one-bedroom trailer with your boyfriend. It's not like I have a choice.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with the 8-year-old here. Yeah, I mean, I would talk about this with the parents.
I'm doing this for you and your safety. Mom and Dad are frauds.
If they're frauds, they're criminal. Do you know a fraud is a criminal, guys?
Why? I'm sitting with a bunch of guys and unwrapping towels filled with money. No, do not tell me you're in a gang.
Well, we all have families to feed, and now that you and Kofi are staying with us, I want to make sure I can
Wait. Obviously he's a criminal, but that's a lot of money.
support you guys.
How are they still so broke?
I don't want all of us to have to live in a one-bedroom trailer. Here, babe, I stole $50,000 just for you.
That's 50,000? My god, if you split all that money up into like 4, you will have a decent amount of money.
You and your brother.
Carter, I can't accept this. You can't.
Wait, she said criminal. I can't accept this. Yeah, my god, do these people not even watch these videos back? Don't the company, I'm pretty sure it's a big company working behind this, because, they produce a lot of these. So don't they have people just watch these back? Don't they notice the plot holes? Oh no, why wouldn't they? They make a lot of money. They can't kill besides that.
Keep stealing. It's wrong. And I don't think we should be together either. I appreciate what you're doing for me, but I think it's best if Kofi and I leave.
Wait, Kofi's still here. And also, can we acknowledge the PNG? That's not a real motorcycle. That is really easily clip out.
No, please, don't leave me. You're the only thing that makes me happy. Nobody at school wants to be friends with me because I'm a poor loser, and no one in the neighborhood wants to associate with me because I'm a thief.
Before Carter could finish his sentence, I heard police cars, and that's when Mom and Dad came running over and crying. I guess they did care about us after all, and Kofi seemed overjoyed to see that.
And the truth is, we want to adopt you.
What do you mean? I thought you already adopted us. Oh, no. Usually, we foster children for a few years, and then we find them a home.
Wait,
Your warden sent you off with us because you...
Wait, I'm so confused. Okay, so that's why they sent him off, but it hasn't been a year.
You'd have better living conditions, but we love you two so much that we want to keep you. So Carter had been right about the whole fostering thing, but he'd been wrong about them trying to hurt us. He'd just been looking out for Kofi and me. He was a good guy.
He did steal a lot of money. I know his family was so broke, but if he just handed you 50K like it was nothing, maybe he kind of deserves it.
Couldn't let him sit in juvie for 3 years. You guys can adopt us, but on...
Wait, why? You can't...
one condition. You have to help out
just his parents, right?
Carter's family. They don't have any money or food. That's the only reason why Carter formed a gang and became a crook in the first place. Yeah, he committed some bad...
very bad crimes, and plus he just handed you guys like 50K without... You know, I'm so lost. I just wanted to know why moving to the USA was such a disappointment, but I've been clickbaited again.
Crimes, and I won't date him anymore, but he's a good person and shouldn't have to stay in juvie for 3 years. To my surprise, my parents actually agreed, and the 4 of us went together to talk to the police about Carter.
No. Protect and subscribe. MSA Police, protect and subscribe. Okay, it's creative, but these guys are really plugging their name in this up. They're not gonna listen to you because they don't decide how long the kid goes to jail. The judge does. What kind of universe are you guys living in? Because in the US, usually, if you form a gang and steal like $1 million, a judge would probably rule over that case. Am I right?
Situation. My new mom even insisted on buying his family a new house. Thanks, Mom. That means a lot. Did you just call me Mom? Well, you did agree to adopt me, and I've kind of been a jerk to you.
Hopefully the way I edited this is before my outro, but I want to show you guys these comments. As a Gahedian, I'm happy MSA finally includes us. MSA never disappoints. But this whole thing took place in the USA. As a Gahedian, oh. I'm actually... yeah, okay. Gahedian? A Guinean? Okay. That's a lot of Gahedians. I could say that. Also, no! MSA doesn't ever disappoint. They clickbait. Okay, bye.